Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm going to do an overall review of the Furibee F36 that I have. If you have been following my latest videos, I've done extensive flying of my Furibee F36 and they fly really well, especially with the Eachine upgraded 150 milliamps 45C battery. So if you get the Furibee F36, you need to get those batteries to give this more power, and you're going to enjoy flying the Furibee F36. So this thing is awesome. You can fly around the house at very high speed. It gives you around 3 minutes to 3.5 minutes of flights, and I have two different versions of the Furibee F36, one with a cloverleaf antenna, one with the dipole antenna. Both of them fly really well, except that this one flies much better because of the lighter antenna. And also, if you can get this canopy, go and get this canopy. Is highly recommended for the Furibee F36. So even with this toy grade controller, I was able to fly it really well. I had no problems flying it. So by the way, this controller you can extend the sticks, but with this one the attachment was too loose. So what I did was I just put a bit of heat shrink over these the sticks, and then I just push it down and use a bit of hot glue, and I glue the the stick attachment there. So now it's really tight, and I can control this much better. So in terms of the quad itself, it flies really well, except that you can't control this with a Devo 7E or Devo 10. But now there's a new one that just came out from Eachine. It's called Eachine 011, and it has bigger models and a bigger capacity battery, which is 260 milliamps battery. If you look at the screen, it's around $16.99 US, and I would say that this is more like an more powerful version of the Furibee F36, and because it's priced similarly to the Furibee F36, or maybe slightly more expensive, but I would recommend you getting the Eachine E011 if you don't already have the Furibee F36. So with the Furibee F36 and this Eachine E011, you don't really have to do any modifications to the motors, and because they are quite inexpensive, you can fly them until they break, and then you can replace them with the new ones, and you can always transfer the camera to the new ones. So it's really a cost-effective way of doing FPV indoors, and you don't really need the F3 flight controller for indoors FPV, because most of the time you'll be flying stabilized mode anyway. So I would recommend you, if you haven't got one, get the Eachine E011, and you can combine that with the Eachine TX01 NTSC all-in-one camera. That is also around $16.99 US, and I have seen the comments on the Eachine E011 that it can be flown with a Devo 70 or Devo 10 with Deviation, because it is based on the Bayang Toys protocol. So this one you can use Deviation to control this one, and this is awesome. So I would also recommend that if you get the E011, get the this set of batteries. I think it is for the Eachine H8 Mini, and it's the same capacity batteries, and it's $15.50 US. So all up you'll be around $50 US, and you're going to have a awesome deviation ready indoor FPV tiny whoop quad. Provided that you already have a Deviation 7E, if not, you can always use a controller like this one, and it is more than sufficient for you to control the quad. I believe that the sticks can also be extended, so you can do this stick extension, and also you can do this antenna modification. And before I move on a bit further, this is Eachine TX01. This is slightly bigger than this other camera, but if you buy the E011, this is not that heavy. It's maybe about few point something grams heavier than these smaller ones, and that E011 will be powerful enough to lift this camera anyway, so don't worry about the camera. And that TX01 is a very good camera. So if you don't already have a goggle, I suggest that maybe if you look at the screen now, you can either get the Eachine VR D2 Pro goggles that has just been released, and this is the updated version of Eachine VR D2 goggles. And if you have been following my channel, you have seen that I've been using this Eachine VR D2 goggles to fly indoor FPV, and they are pretty good as a diversity goggles. But if you don't want to spend that much money, you can always get the Eachine VR-007 Pro. It has lower resolution, but it's more than sufficient for you to fly indoors. If you get this one, I suggest that you need to change the dipole antenna to a cloverleaf antenna, because cloverleaf antenna with maybe a dipole quad is a much better pairing. But even if you don't change it, this is more than sufficient. It's just that you get occasional flashing of the video feed. So all in all, get the Eachine E011 if you don't have one, tiny whoop. But if you do have the Furibee F36, it's more than sufficient for you to fly now. So you can always get the E011 later. I'm going to get one myself because I want to fly using my Devo 10 and my Devo 7E. And I don't usually get to fly outdoors a lot, so I'll be flying more indoors. And now that winter months are coming up, so I'll be flying more indoors FPV rather than outdoors. So this is my recommendation, and overall the Furibee F36 is very good. But now you have the alternative. You can buy the Eachine E011 if you don't have one. So if you want to see how a tiny whoop perform in indoors, you can go and watch all my latest videos that I've been putting up, and you will see that you're going to enjoy indoor FPV a lot. So even if you don't go out to fly outdoors, it can also teach you a lot of skills that you can later on transfer to the bigger quad outdoors. So that's it for this video. Hope you guys like this video. Please like and subscribe to my channel for more videos. So until next time, cheers.